My car has had a check engine light for like literally the last almost year and a half of ownership. I've done everything from testing out the wires, replacing an O2 sensor with an aftermarket one. I have a new wiring harness for all 4 O2 sensors, and I even shipped off the ECU for reconditioning or refurbishing. All of those items never fix the check engine light, and it is my upstream O2 sensor bank too. I finally got around to purchasing a upstream O2 sensor OEM from Subaru. It was about 120 bucks. Wish me luck. Okay, so this is the brand new OEM O2 sensor. This is the upstream one. This is the one with the heater core in it to get an accurate air fuel rating. It's not actually for emissions, at least not directly. This is just to control the air fuel mixture from the car. It tells the ECU what the car needs. Right now, the car is currently in safe mode, meaning it will not actually, it's on a base tune that kind of runs a little bit rich just to make sure that the vehicle runs okay and runs safely without completely destroying the engine by running it too lean on accident. It's hard to believe that something so small could cost as much as $120, but this is actually using a parts warehouse. This is Subaru parts warehouse out of Connecticut. So to remove the old one, we're actually going to use this box wrench here. It's a 22 millimeter. So you just unplug this, use this wrench over top all of this cable right here, get it down to the nut here, crack it loose, and then just install the same one the same way the old one comes off. So should be relatively simple. So now that we're in here, we can actually kind of take a look at what we're working with. Ignore that. So the upstream O2 sensor is right there. That's the one we're going to be replacing. Okay. Okay, there's the old sensor, new sensor. Spin this bad boy on there. And I'm just testing this now. That's at least 30 foot-pounds. You can also see this wonderful amount of, it's actually kind of a ridiculous amount of oil residue. The oil pan gasket is leaking severely. All right, I'm gonna quit stalling. Let's get this operational. Okay, so in short, basically, the 05 to 09 legacies, they have this weird thing with the O2 sensors where bank 1 actually does not correspond to the correct side of the vehicle. So I originally swapped the faulty sensor out for a new aftermarket one, but it ended up being the incorrect one to swap because the sides are inverted. So there was absolutely nothing wrong with the sensor that I had thrown away originally, which is kind of disappointing. So when specifically dealing with the 05 to 09 30Rs or any sort of 30R, make sure you're replacing the correct sensor and swap between the two to see if it's going to throw a code or not. Because unfortunately, I threw away a $200 sensor when I originally replaced one in hopes of fixing my O2 sensor issue. So be wary of that. Don't throw away a good sensor if you don't have to. And if you have to replace anything, in this case, please go with OEM parts. It's just, don't waste your time. Now, enjoy some driving clips. Ready.